What is going on, guys? Custom RC Mods here. Hope you guys like the new intro. That's just something really short from Final Cut Pro 10 because it doesn't really support my old intros from iMovie. So yeah, today we're going to be looking at the Point of Interest Intelligent Flight Mode for the DJI Mavic. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom over to the water tower, which will be today's subject for the Point of Interest. So yeah, basically, it's pretty windy today. You can kind of see the props up there in the upper left, and it's hopefully not going to affect it too much, but the point of interest mode is basically just a mode that you can circle around the object of choice with, usually a tall tower or something like that. But it doesn't have to be, it can be a little person on a field or anything like that. Just you have to be able to select it, fly over it, things like that. So basically, once we approach the water tower, we're going to go ahead and hover right over it and open the intelligent flight mode. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it back into normal mode, as you can see, out of sport mode, so that we can go into intelligent flight mode. Alright, so coming really close, right over the water tower, and I'm going to get some range interference through this entire thing, or some radio interference, because that is a cell tower right on top of the water tower right there. So I basically just came right over top of it and looked down just to kind of like line myself up, and I went to the point of interest, which is on the second page, upper right. And as you can see, basically what I'm doing now is I'm pulling back on my right stick to make the radius a lot longer, and it needs to be more than 15 feet, I hear, which is pretty typical, especially if you're shooting a long tower. So I'm going about to 300, yeah, 300, 307, that's pretty good, and I'm still staying in altitude at 322 feet. As you can see, is mildly suburban neighborhood over there that really needs to have their space from my drone, so I'm going to go ahead and just try to keep my distance from them, and I can do that by keeping some good altitude as well. This is all over public property, so there's nothing to worry about that. So as you can see, I went ahead and selected a high speed, just dragged it all the way to the right to like 22 miles per hour, and that is good enough. So basically it does a pretty good job on its own. As you can see, a little bit of breakup there, but it does a pretty good job on its own already, just from circling and tracking the object according to the point of interest that you just set. But one thing is that you'll see here, especially on this rotation coming up, is that it's really important to kind of keep it centered in the frame. And as you can see right there, I just autofocused again right on the center. And what I'm going to try to do through this is I'm going to go with the top pylon on the top of the water tower, and this ring of the imaging on the top strip of the water tower. I'm going to go ahead and try to keep this autofocus grid right on top of the water tower area, just like that. So you can see I opened this sidebar up, and basically you can see we're going counterclockwise direction, 22.4 miles per hour. It's staying pretty consistently at a 300-foot radius. However, it is just really important that you gotta kind of monitor these things just to make sure that you're keeping those nice circles. So it says right there, time per loop is 59 seconds, and that's the nice thing about the speed is you can kind of see how much time devotion you're gonna get that loop to go for, and compare it to your flight time just to see, especially if you're kind of far away. I'm about a half mile away from the startup point. I can see the LEDs right now from the drone, so we're all good, but it might want to be something you consider as well. So yeah, just the second rotation, as you can see, it got a little bit squirrely. It's very sensitive to your yaw and your roll movements on the sticks, so you might want to look out for that as you're doing it. Try to keep a steady hand. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of it right about now. We're getting up there. Just make sure I can complete this in accordance with the map. And at any time, if you see this breakup, you might have already noticed, but I do have the actual footage kind of put right under that histogram. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn back and go back after we're done with this. So yeah, we're pretty much done with this video. Pretty helpful and really good for that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.